The Gospel according to Luke. Selections. With the Gospel according to Luke, we are in the presence of a known author, Luke the physician, companion of Paul. Well, no, it's someone in the 130s, but who wrote in self-conscious fashion to correct the numerous unauthentic stories about the life of Jesus that were already in circulation. In addition to making use of Mark and Matthew, he drew upon original sources of his own, especially in his account of the missionary work of Jesus in Samaria, which he is thought to have derived perhaps from the Apostle Philip, who labored in that region. So Philip wasn't a witness either. He was, his book was as clearly indicated for the Greeks and Romans as the Gospel according to Matthew was plainly meant primarily for the Jews. Throughout his work breathes a cosmopolitan and humanitarian spirit. The tone is gentler than that of Mark or Matthew. Women play a greater part in the narrative, and the author's fondness for poetry is seen in his preservation of religious songs. Preface. Forasmuch as many have taken in hand to set forth in order a declaration of those things which are most surely believed among us, even as they delivered them unto us, which from the beginning were eyewitnesses and ministers of the world, it seemed good to me also, having had perfect understanding of all things from the very first, to write unto thee in order, most excellent Theophilus, that thou mightest know the certainty of those things which thou hast been instructed. So see, he's not the witness. He's saying, well, other people have witnessed, so let me take from the supposed witnesses and what's being said in previous accounts and whatnot, and render my own. And now we find was a bunch of pre-Christian gospels. Gospels is, relating to Jesus. The birth of John the Baptist. There was in the days of Herod, king of Yehuda, a certain priest named Zechariah of the course of Abia, and his wife was of the daughters of Harun, and her name was Elizabeth, and they were both righteous before God, walking in all the commandments and ordinances of God as a noun and verb, blameless. And they had no child, because Elizabeth was barren, and they both were now well stricken in years. And it came to pass that while he executed the priest's office before God in the order of his course, according to the custom of the priest's office, his lot was to burn incense when he went into the temple of God as noun and verb. And the whole multitude of the people were praying without at the time of incense. And there appeared unto him an angel of God as a noun and verb, standing on the right side of the altar of incense. And when Zechariah saw him, he was troubled, and fear fell upon him. But the angel said unto him, now, I've in a way practiced it myself, because sometimes I will light incense in a way that's safe to set it to leave the room, but I will leave the room, and the incense will remind of the prayer when I returned, and be something going on while I'm gone that I can connect to. Fear not, Zechariah, for thy prayer is heard, and thy wife Elizabeth shall bear thee a son, and thou shalt call his name John, and thou shalt have joy and gladness, and many shall rejoice at his birth.